The Depp versus Heard case has created quite the whirlwind of controversies, one of which is surrounding Camille Vasquez and Depp's friendship. People have been speculating the closeness between the two after observing the intensity with which she's been defending him, going above and beyond as his lawyer. Truly seems like the plot thickens with each passing day. Poor Johnny has had a rough time with love, to say the least. Regardless of the fact that he may have been with the most beautiful women in the world, like Kate Moss and Vanessa Paradis, amongst others, but none of them turned out to be his happily ever after. Currently off his long list of exes, the actor is battling out with his most recent ex-wife, Amber Heard, in a $50 million defamation suit, which started over an op-ed she wrote in the Washington Post on domestic abuse, which he claims is aimed at him irrespective of not openly being named. Amidst all the chaos, has Jack Sparrow found his favorite jar of dirt? We mean, has Johnny finally found the one? Back in 2020, Johnny was spotted with an unidentified woman at a gastropub in London, sparking rumors that he's back on the market, even though these rumors quickly died down. It didn't stop new ones from surfacing. Fast forward 2 years, now the rumor mill is spinning out of the tidbit of info that Johnny may be dating his attorney, Camille Vasquez. The two have been seen being rather friendly in the court while the trial takes place. While speaking to her in court, the Pirates of the Caribbean actor looks more than comfortable. Fans have begun speculating based off these interactions alone, creating the narrative that the two are allegedly a couple and may in fact be secretly seeing each other. However, it seems like there's nothing brewing apart from a professional relationship. None of it is true, according to TMZ at least. So take whatever we just said with a grain of salt. Everyone can testify to the fact that Depp and his legal team generally have a friendly rapport between them, and they seem to be a close-knit team. Vasquez is often seen giggling or cracking up to his antics or sense of humor in court, but that's about it because there's no denying that Johnny is quite funny. We've even seen the judge have to compose herself at certain instances. So really, the man is funny and charming. Can you blame his team for wanting to befriend him? Vasquez, unsurprisingly, already has a boyfriend, which people should have already assumed. She's a powerhouse of a woman. Reportedly, she's already in a relationship with a British realtor. Word on the street is that the duo have been in a serious relationship for months now. TMZ revealed the 37-year-old's love life, saying that the two have been celebrating their relationship for months. So happy for them. Most importantly, sources have told that she's completely happy with her current relationship. Like Daily Mail reported, yes, they have gotten close professionally and as friends, but that's about the extent of it. There are no romantic inclinations here. Sorry, Johnny. The outlet objected the hearsay sparked by Vasquez's sweet interaction with her client by reporting that, as for all the smiling and giggling some people have noticed between the two, they're told it's nothing but the fact that she finds him funny and couldn't help but laugh at some of his antics as well as his sense of humor in general. Vasquez just smiled when asked by TMZ about the possible romantic involvement. The video of them hugging in court that went viral simply added fuel to the fire. People seem to desperately want both of them to get together at this point. Unfortunately, multiple outlets have reported the two have a strictly professional relationship. Without a shadow of a doubt, this powerhouse lawyer has been gaining quite the fan following, specifically for her tough cross-examination of Amber Heard, which has received nothing but praise and has been garnering due attention. Videos of her online are racking up hundreds of millions of views, while we see Depp supporters lining up outside the courtroom in Fairfax to see or hug Vasquez. She isn't the only one on his team. Vasquez is one of the many members on his legal team as an associate of the firm representing Depp. But fans seem to have taken an extra liking to her in particular. Throughout the trial, she's questioned by witnesses, but during her cross-examination, she's often ended up sparring with the actress on the stand. She launched the second day of Heard's cross-examination by asking about her claim about a fight in March of 2015 in Australia, where she claimed that Depp violated her with a bottle of Maker's Mark bourbon. Vasquez asked her right off the boat that it was in fact her who assaulted someone with a bottle in Australia, to which Heard retaliated that she didn't assault Johnny in Australia or ever. She managed to get Heard to admit to not following through with her donation pledge. She had pledged to donate part of the $7 million of her divorce settlement to the ACLU, which she never did. Vasquez also grilled Amber about whether she had edited photos of herself with bruises or not. Vasquez appeared to needle the actress by suggesting Depp helped her snag her role in Aquaman, which is another tense moment that Depp fans have latched onto, especially because of how Heard snapped back saying she earned the role by auditioning. A lot of people would beg to differ. Camille's near-constant objections as Heard's attorney Elaine Breedhoft attempted the redirect of the actress made it almost impossible for Heard to speak every time she began questioning her, and Heard would deviate from answering properly. Her objections were, for the most part, sustained by Judge Penny Azcarate. The internet took to praising the lawyer in the stylish white suit for her aggressiveness and successful tactics. The words baddie and queen were thrown about like confetti. In less than 24 hours, a TikTok of the moment bagged nearly 18 million views. Her name is a hashtag on TikTok under which there are about 542 million views. Fans on the internet aren't the only ones praising her. Her peers, including a very prominent attorney, called her the unrivaled star of the trial, and she's also winning praise from the industry. But one thing is for certain, Heard despises her. The obvious goal Vasquez had in mind while cross-examining was to raise doubts in the jurors' minds about the veracity of Amber's claims. After grilling her about the Australia fight, she moved on to the aftermath of the argument she claims occurred at the penthouse a year later. The Depp penthouse was in a downtown Los Angeles Eastern Columbia building. Heard did not file a report even though the police were called. However, several days later, she did file for a divorce and also obtained a domestic violence restraining order. Security camera footage from the Eastern Columbia building's elevators was played by Vasquez, showing that actor James Franco had arrived to visit her the evening after the fight. Going down the list of witnesses one by one, she emphasized that not a single witness noticed any injuries on Heard's face after the argument with Depp. Camille even got snarky at one point after showing a photo that was taken at the courthouse of Heard with her injuries when she obtained the restraining order. She straight up asked Heard if she was having a photo shoot inside the courthouse while she was getting a restraining order. Heard said she wouldn't characterize it that way and that she didn't put on makeup before the courthouse appearance, which was the only time she walked out of her house without makeup, to which she added that a friend advised her not to do so. Vasquez challenged Heard on the Washington Post op-ed later on using its headline as foundation. Heard claimed that she didn't write the headline itself. Moreover, she hadn't publicly accused Depp as opposed to domestic abuse of sexual assault and had never intended to until he filed his defamation lawsuit. Vasquez is quick on her feet and immediately asked if she hadn't written the headline, then why didn't she ask the Post to change it given its implications instead of tweeting out the link? Heard simply stated she didn't ask, notice, or need to notice. A lengthy, expletive-filled audio recording of one of Depp and Heard's arguments was played for jurors to hear where she calls him a sellout and belittles him. She tries to clarify that she was expressing frustration about his criticism of her career and the problems it caused within the dynamic of their relationship. But Camille wasn't buying it. She immediately asks if she does that by calling him a sellout, to which Heard admits she would call him horrible, vile things, and admits that the audio is a clear indication of the way they spoke to one another. As one of Johnny Depp's leading attorneys, she tried to raise doubts in the jury's mind of her claims that Heard's ex-husband assaulted her. Vasquez openly challenged Heard over her timeline of events of an argument she had with Depp when they were in Australia at a rented home in March of 2015 while he was shooting a movie. The top of one of Depp's fingers was cut off during the confrontation. He claims the injury was caused when she threw a vodka bottle at him, while her attorneys have claimed that Depp injured himself, and she has testified that Depp sexually assaulted her with the bottle during this very confrontation. The attorney drilled her about the sequence of events during the fight multiple times, severing his finger, the smashed telephone, pinning her down, etc., all to which Heard couldn't give a proper timeline or answer. The cross-examination became more of a matter of reminding the jury the contrasting claims of what happened at certain points. Vasquez asked in an accusatory tone that the bottle was thrown at him by her causing the injury. Glancing at times over the jury, Heard said it was incorrect. Again, we see Vasquez absolutely wiping the floor with Heard when she says Heard wasn't scared of him at all after she cut off his finger with the bottle that night. Looking toward the jury, Heard said that he's a man who tried to kill her, which of course is scary, but he was also her husband. Vasquez also noted that after the alleged assault, Heard did not seek medical treatment, stating that there isn't a single medical record for any of the injuries claimed. Depp's legal team has claimed that his then-wife was frequently belittling and confrontational, and it was Depp who was a victim of assault, not the other way around. Sometimes throwing in sarcastic asides as she questions Heard, Vasquez has spent a great deal of her cross-examination highlighting contradictions in the actress's claims of assault. For example, when she challenged Heard on why, given that she testified that he was physically violent to her at the time in 2012, did she give Depp a knife as a gift? She asked, as the actual knife was shown in the courtroom, that this was the knife she gave the man that was abusing her. Heard sarcastically responds that she wasn't worried she was going to be stabbed with it when she gifted it to him, which is convenient. She also said because Depp was sober during part of the year, 2012, was the best times in their relationship. How much of this is true and how much is fallacy is yet to be determined, but one thing is for certain, there's no spicy underlying truth to Vasquez and Depp's relationship. Let us know what you think in the comments below. We'll catch you for our next video. Goodbye for now.